Hello and welcome back to another episode.
Hi guys. Yeah.
Your necklace is crazy.
Silly.
It is really, really cold outside this January morning.
Yeah. Also, little bit of sorry for last episode for the video. If you were one of our watchers, there was a little bit of a malfunction with the camera in the fact that it was bad. So
Yeah.
just apologize for that. Hopefully this week is better. Back to your scheduled programming.
Mm-hmm. Well, since we're talking about that, do your dumb idea so then I can say that again.
Oh, my bad. Erase that.
No, I'm going to keep that in.
Okay, so just to get it started, my dumb idea was something more of like silly. It's not really serious. Nothing happened. So I was unpacking my bag, my suitcase. I was unpacking my suitcase, and I found a Dorito in there. And then I ate the Dorito, and it was so gross. It did not taste like a Dorito, but I know it was a Dorito. But it did not taste anything like a Dorito. It was gross.
You need to stop eating things.
But that was on purpose. I ate that on purpose. I was like, I bet this tastes like a Dorito.
No.
But the thing
what?
is, it was just in there for like 2 days. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Anyway, it was. Don't ever eat a Dorito that's been in a suitcase for 2 days.
I wouldn't eat anything that's been in a suitcase without a packaging.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So much you put in your suitcase that is just from the outside world.
Yeah, that's true. It was a bad idea. That's why it was my dumb idea.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I will do that again, but I'm also not saying that I won't.
Mm. My dumb idea is what we were just talking about, the camera situation. Because we literally used that camera before. Knew it was bad, knew all the bad things that came along with it. And just because it's been like a few months, we were like, wait, why was this bad? Let's do it again.
Okay, but
And
no.
and then we were like figuring it out. She like had like thought that like she
I
figured
cracked
out
the code.
the settings and stuff, and we were like, perfect, let's do it again. And then we did it again. All the exact same problems occurred that were from the very beginning.
So, a few things went into the decision to bring it back. 1, yeah, we forgot. 2, we tested it and thought it looked good, but it didn't. We didn't test it in the right environment,
Yeah.
and so it didn't translate very well.
Because like we're in a dark room with lights hitting us that are bright, and like we have like this darker background.
Yeah,
And so, like, the color contrast and the lighting just looked, like, not good.
Yeah.
Compared to where we tested it, which was in a bright, daylit room with bright accents.
Also, so we're saving up for a new camera. If you want to donate, feel free.
Yeah, we've had, like, a subscription thing.
Yeah, if you want to
Since day one.
subscribe and donate. What's it, like $1?
I think it's like $3.99, actually.
If you want to donate $3.99,
It's not really donate, it's subscribe monthly, I think. So that's why no one has done it.
Yeah, because we don't have any special content for our subscribers yet. I literally filled up a water bottle and I brought it, and then I left it in my car.
Well, it'll be nice and cold for you whenever you leave.
Sheesh. Yes, I
Fix
need
it
to
by
do some.
skipping those.
I know that cameras have like a lot that go into them
Yeah,
in the
just
settings.
So weird.
Like they don't just come
Why
ready.
can't they just come? Like, why do you have to like have this whole freaking like customized thing? Like, people who don't know how to do that, they have to put. My gosh, it's too
Yeah.
much work.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, there were like clips. They all downloaded into different freaking clips. They
Yeah.
were bad quality. Some of them just like didn't want to be downloaded into the editing software. And so that's why like some parts of the episode are just like cut out, and then like we go back to seeing us. It was just not good. So, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I need to do more research about how to work the settings of a camera before we set exactly which camera we're going to be getting.
Yeah.
And
maybe
before
we
all that
should
stuff.
test with not a real episode.
Yeah, we should test. I 1,000,000%
We
agree
can just,
with
like,
that.
come here, film. We don't even have to turn these on. Like, we just film
Yeah,
on the camera with this setup.
in the set. Yeah, yeah. I just need to look into like color grading and like white balance, because those are all things that I actually don't even know what they are, but I know that they're important. So
Mm,
yeah, I gotta look at that.
yeah. So if you ever look at the numbers of our episodes, this is episode 13. And you know who has a lucky episode 13?
A lucky episode.
So if you pay attention to the episode numbers, you'll know that this is episode 13. And do you know who else has a lucky number 13?
Who?
Oh, we're both saying it.
No, just you.
Okay. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Also, I meant like it's gonna like show you messing up, and then it's gonna be like, I'm like, okay, restart, and then it's just like cuts to you like restarting,
Oh.
like like it never happened, but it did.
Mm.
Okay.
Taylor Swift is like for the like past 3 years, I think now, has been like my number one like top artist.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how it happened really, but like it was like maybe it was 2021 actually, so maybe almost like 4 years.
Wow.
But like I just remember just like randomly all of a sudden wanting to be into Taylor Swift.
I actually remember the day you decided that.
The day
I don't remember what day it was. I remember that day though, because you're like, I think I think I want to be a Swiftie. it's like, yeah, that sounds fun. And then-
how odd.
and then your dream came true.
Yeah, look at me now.
Yeah, like you are a Swiftie.
Yeah.
You've
I
earned
don't-
that title.
that has like never really happened to me before. Like I've never just like looked at a fandom or like something and be like, I want that, and then did it.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is kind of like an easy way to do that. Like you just
Yeah.
become a fan.
Yeah, you just
But
well,
like what if I
there's
didn't
work.
like the music?
Yeah, then you'll be like, okay, I tried it, it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But you tried it and it was for you.
But it was
But being a Swiftie comes with hard work.
Yeah.
You have to know all the songs. You don't have to like all of them, but you have to know all of them.
Yeah.
You have to have listened to all of them at least once.
Mhm.
At least once. And you have to know, you have to like keep up with her like current life just a little bit.
Mhm.
You have to know
You have to know what's going on. You have to
know where she is. You have to know if she is or is not in Kansas City right now
yeah.
for the Chiefs. And you have to know when her shows are.
Mhm.
And probably other stuff.
You have to know like all the eras / like albums
Mhm.
and like kind of what they mean to her, and also partially what they mean to the Swifties.
Right, different
Because it's
things.
slightly different. Like it's like a fine
Yeah.
line, but it's different.
And you have to know all the little like things like the friendship bracelets, like
Mhm.
the mirror balls, all those little like
Yeah.
things.
And like I'm not like perfect at like knowing all these things, but like I know the majority, like the most like kind of things. But like I'm sure there are some things I'm still don't know.
Right.
Like some of the
You haven't gone to college for it yet.
yeah, like there are a lot of songs, because you also have to know what the meanings of the songs are.
Yeah, and who the songs are about.
Who the songs are about.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, of course, even the Swifties don't truly know. They just...
Right, but you have to know what is generally accepted.
What the Swifties believe the songs are about. And I definitely do not know every single one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, all the lovers of Taylor Swift,
mm-hmm.
I don't know by name, and I don't know exactly what order they go in.
Mm-hmm.
But I would assume most of them, and the most important ones.
Yeah. I feel like this is the only fandom that I know of that has an actual, like, unspoken, like, rules to be in it.
It is weird, yeah.
Because it's so, like, that fandom is crazy. In a good way, but maybe a little bad way, but mostly good way.
I think there are, like, two halves of Swifties. There's,
mm-hmm.
like, the Swifties that are, like, and both Swifties, like, know all the things.
Yeah.
And, like, they have, like, the same, like, think pattern and, like, way of going about being a fan.
Okay.
But the difference is these Swifties are, like, so warm, nice, welcoming, like, the nicest people you could ever meet. And, like, they will, like,
mm-hmm.
open, like, the doors of the Swiftie world to you and, like, show you all the music. Like, they'll, like,
mm-hmm.
let you have it. And, like, they don't, like, care if, like, you're a Swiftie or not. They want you to be one, but, like, they don't care if you are. And then there's these, which are, like, borderline
gatekeepers, yeah.
Swifties. Like, you could never be, like, a Swiftie like me. Like, you are,
mm-hmm.
like, Taylor Swift is the only human. She's Jesus Christ reincarnated. Like, crazy.
That's crazy.
Psychopath kind of behavior.
Which every fandom has the gatekeepers.
Yeah,
there's
true.
always the gatekeepers.
And, like, I think those Taylor Swift fans, like the Swifties,
mm-hmm.
that are like that, I think is what the non-Swifties see.
Oh, yeah. It's always the worst parts.
Yeah.
It's always the worst parts of anything that anyone ever sees.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
no one ever sees the good to anything, and it's freaking...
Because you have to get
rude.
in it to see the good. Because the things that go viral are the cringy bad things.
Yeah.
So, of course...
News is only bad.
Right. I mean, they're, like, yes, there's good things. But, like, your eye follows the bad things because
mm-hmm.
it's more interesting.
And with all the crazy stuff that Taylor's went through, they also see that because they don't know her lore.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, they see that one time when she got, like, hardcore canceled. And then, like, she came back and they probably just see her as, like, a James Charles or, like, a...
Ew, sorry.
Colleen Ballinger.
What? Wait. How did she get canceled? Because I really don't know that.
Here we go. Okay. So, basically, going all the way back to the VMAs, whenever Kanye West interrupted her speech when she won Best Music Video for Love Story.
Okay.
She was on stage, she had the award, she was making a speech, and Kanye West comes up and takes the microphone from her and says, "Hold on, I'll, like, let you finish, but Beyonce had the best video by far by anyone here." And, like, he was basically just, like, saying that she did not deserve that award. And she was only 16, by the way. Wait, maybe she was 18.
Wait. Why would he do that?
I think she was actually 18.
Either way?
Yeah.
She's, like, a child.
Because she was 16 when, like, she
wrote it
came
when
out
she
with
started.
her debut,
mm-hmm.
I think.
From my knowledge,
yeah,
that is what I heard.
But I believe she was 18, and he came up and, like, took the microphone from an 18-year-old girl,
mm-hmm.
and, like, basically was telling her that she didn't deserve this award, and that, like, all that stuff. She didn't deserve to be here, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he, like, handed it back to her and, like, just left the stage. And then, like, she, like, was obviously, like, just standing there, like,
That's
not
crazy.
knowing what to do.
Yeah. I mean, you can have your own opinions on who should win, but I don't think you should say that to the winner.
To come
on stage?
On stage in front of, like, millions of people who are watching on TV at home, too.
Mm-hmm.
And just to, like, that's awful.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And, So yeah, that was crazy,
Wait.
and that's kind of like what started everything.
Okay, so then what did she
and then
do?
years later, yeah, Kanye, they were like kind of like, not like speaking, like there was nothing there anymore. There wasn't ever before, but like no more like drama or anything happened after that until Kanye came out with a song, and the lyrics in the song of him. This is the lyrics, I'm pretty sure. It's like something about maybe Taylor and I can still have sex. I made that bitch famous. And like along those lines. And like was the lyrics in the song. But he says that he called Taylor and asked her if he could use her name but he only mentioned one line, which was like, I think I hope Taylor and I can still have sex or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what part.
Why would she have said yes to that?
But, and he said that she said yes, and like she like was okay with him using her name in his song and stuff. And then Kim Kardashian released a very edited recording of their phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And where like Taylor's very much like consenting and like being okay, and like it kind of like, I don't know, this part is like so fuzzy to me because like there's like not a lot of like things about it, but like at the same time that's the only thing people talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like information or
Yeah, there's
hard
not
facts.
a lot of like proof facts like information from sources, but like people talk about it, but like they leave like random parts out.
Right. I mean, that's usually what happens.
But
Are you leaving random parts out?
Not by choice, if I am. I'm saying everything I know.
Fair.
I don't really remember, like I feel like Taylor must have responded in some way of like, I didn't say yes to that, and then but like
Yeah, because that's crazy.
But then Kim released their call that she edited to where it looks like she said yes, and like kind of like it's just making her out to be like the bad guy in a situation of being like dramatic or something, I guess.
Right.
And so then after this, oh yeah, and Kim also called her like a snake in this like tweet or whatever. And the starting of this, like, everyone hated Taylor Swift now.
Wow. What year was this?
This was like I don't know.
It's okay. Edit that out.
Yeah. Don't ask me things I don't know. But yeah, everyone like started hating, like hardcore hating on her. Like she was like the worst enemy number one in the world. According to Swifties.
Right.
And this like tweet, this hashtag went viral, which was hashtag, oh my gosh, this is awful. I literally like
Taylor's
swept.
over party.
Yes.
Is that real?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I did not know that.
Hashtag Taylor's over party. And that was used like worldwide by millions. Like that was like the number one like trending hashtag on Twitter for like
That's crazy.
a minute. And like, but because of this awful, crazy like cancellation of Taylor Swift, she vanished off the face of the earth for a whole year. And like no one saw her. Like not a single person saw Taylor Swift for a whole year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then she came back with Reputation.
And then she released Reputation and broke the world.
Slay for her.
And she took all of that hate, she like absorbed that, and then made it into her own thing.
Yeah.
Reputation is literally themed in snakes.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
This whole snake thing. That's like wraps it all up in a nice little bow,
Yeah.
I think.
And a snake bow.
Yeah. Ow. I feel like that is crazy. But I guess we don't really have to talk about this for too long because I know it's like really old news for pretty much everybody on the earth.
Oh, if Swifties are watching this, it is not old news. Like, any news about Taylor Swift is current.
Okay, so, that's good for them. Actually, I can probably relate, because you know how many times I've went over the plot of Riverdale.
Yeah, it's also just crazy to me that, like, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, the grown adults that they are,
Or bullying this child.
Bullying this child, to them, at least now. She's, like, an adult, obviously, too, but, like...
Well, yeah.
And...
She wasn't.
They're, like, just, like, allowing all of their followers to also just hate on this person.
Yeah.
And, like, send death threats and, like, ruin her life, basically.
Yeah. Even if this wasn't Taylor Swift, that's still a crazy thing to do.
If,
like,
why would you just hate and bully someone and encourage these millions of people who follow you to also hate her?
Also, what did he think was going to happen when he asked for part of it and then released and then put more in the song about her? Like, what did he think? She was just going to be like, what? And then, like, walk away? Like, what?
Yeah, I don't.
Or was that the whole plan from the beginning?
I don't know. He's psycho.
But also, why do they hate this girl for other people liking her music?
Right.
It's not her fault
Exactly.
that Beyonce didn't win.
Yeah.
Even if she deserved it, whatever. She
Lots
didn't
of people
get...
just hate Taylor Swift for literally no reason.
Yeah, well, a lot
like,
of people... Yeah.
So many people. And it's, like, crazy. Because I've never seen, like, hate like Taylor Swift hate. Because, like, they're, like, of course people, like, don't like certain songs, artists, like, shows, fandoms in general. But, like, I've never seen people hate an artist / fandom more than they dramatically hate Swifties and Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm. And without actually having a
Without
concrete
having,
reason.
like, a real reason to hate her.
Yeah.
Like, she literally has done nothing but make music.
Right.
And they just hate her for it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Which is, yeah, crazy.
People are crazy. People hate for no reason because they love hating.
Yeah.
I don't love hating.
And sure, I am, like, I can say that Taylor has definitely, I'm sure, like, has done not the best things.
She's not a perfect person. She's a person.
She's a human being.
But so are several
and
other people.
the majority,
Everybody.
like half of her career, she was a child.
Half?
Okay, not like literally half, but like she started at 16.
Yeah.
You know the song Thank You, Amy from the Torture Poets Department?
No. Yes.
Thank you, Amy.
Shh, careful. Also, kind of.
Well, that song, and you know how like there are 3 letters that are capitalized in the title?
No, man.
You don't?
No.
Well, the title is called...
Is this in part 2?
Oh, maybe.
Because I've never heard that.
Well, you've definitely heard
on
the song.
my own accord. I've never like looked at the titles, the set list of that.
Oh. Well, the title of the song is called Thank You, Amy.
Okay.
The K in the think is capitalized.
Okay.
The and then I think in Amy, I and M are capitalized, and it spells out Kim.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's you should listen to the words of that song because it's crazy. Because she's speaking directly to her, to
Wow.
Amy.
To Amy. I've got some homework, I guess.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I did a lot of research, like refreshing, because like I slightly knew most of the things that I had researched. But like I refreshed, I watched like 2-hour-long YouTube videos of people like deep diving into Taylor Swift lore.
Wow.
And then I watched the Miss Americana documentary last night.
Wow. Proud of you.
So I'm pretty like fresh in the mind. I took notes. I like don't really want to look at them. Like I feel like I just was taking them just to kind of like
retain some information.
Yeah. Because like I don't want it to feel like I'm like lecturing and like teaching Taylor Swift lore. I just want it to like, I don't know, flow
it's a conversation.
Out. Yeah.
Also, this nail keeps popping off. No, it keeps popping off, and I keep having to re-glue it down. But because of that, it's been like 5 times, and there's like thick glue on it, on my nail and on the nail, and so it's not really flat on my finger anymore. It's like raised because of all the glue in the middle, and so it kind of looks really silly. And there's glue all over my finger, and also it makes it harder for it to stay on now every time that I put it back on because of the crystallized glue.
Okay.
Sorry, it just keeps bothering me because I have to keep making sure that it stays on.
Uh-oh.
Just this finger.
I'm sorry. What's your favorite album/era?
I don't know. I like Midnights, but I don't know all the songs on there.
You don't?
I haven't listened to the 3 a.m. version. I've heard some of them, but I don't know them. I have a lot of random songs that I really like. I like a lot of Reputation. And yeah, it's really hard to like think of which ones I like because there's just like a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
And also there's probably some in there that I like but I've never heard before just because
there's so many.
Yeah. Also, maybe I like one of the least popular ones.
I mean, there's literally 30 songs in Red.
Yeah, and I have a smaller chance of listening to the less popular ones, unless I like sit down and just play it. So there might be a good song that I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, what's your favorite?
I feel like this is just like every Swiftie says this each time a new like album comes out or something. Probably just because it's like fresh or something. But like,
yeah,
and it's not because it's a new album, but like
Right.
I genuinely do love the Tortured Poets Department because I think I resonate with a lot of the songs in there, and like I feel like the vibe and aesthetic are just like really me core. Cough.
Thank you. Cough.
And so I just really think the Tortured Poets Department is like that one.
There's definitely some in there that I really like too. Like there's a few that I really like.
Yeah.
But the thing that scares me about saying which songs I like is I can't always remember the title. And sometimes the title is like the chorus of the song. And so I'm a little bit embarrassed to be like, oh, I like this song where
She's like,
She's
fearless.
yeah, where she says that, and then it's like, but that's the title, and it's like, oh yeah.
Well, what's your favorite song then?
No.
From
No. I'm just saying like the ones that I don't have a favorite, but the ones that I like and have listened to, I'm just always afraid to list them because then I'll have to go through that so many times.
Yeah.
Be like this one, and then I'm scared to like be confident in the title, and then that's not it, or like make it too long. That's embarrassing, especially to someone who's like really into it.
Well, I'm not gonna judge you for that.
Well, I know, but like other people,
Yeah, only in the comments.
right? But like in a regular day-to-day life, if somebody asks me what my favorite Taylor Swift song is, they are probably crazy. And so I don't want to get it wrong in front of them because they're probably one of the crazy Swifties.
Yeah. But we should give each other, well, before, like, I'm going to do like a kind of brief-ish rundown of like the albums and eras.
Okay.
So there's Debut, which we, the Swifties, call it Debut. It's titled Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift calls it self-named title, self-named album or something like that.
Okay, she doesn't call it Debut?
Record. No. She doesn't call it Taylor Swift. No one calls it Taylor Swift. It's titled Taylor Swift, but it's...
No one
she
calls
says,
that.
She says something along the lines of, like, self-titled or something like that.
Which I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. That is, like, obviously the first one, first era. It's country through and through, which is crazy to think that, like, Taylor Swift started out country, especially as, like, a newer Swiftie, because, like, I joined when Midnights came out. And so, like, that's very not country.
Right, no.
And so, like, to think of, like, she, like, started country, and, like, she had, like, that country accent.
The twang.
Yeah, and, like, the first, like, 2 albums, 2.5 probably even. But, yeah, that one's just a country album. It's, like, young Taylor singing songs. And then Fearless is very country also. There's, like, a few, like, kind of feeling pop, but, like, it's, like, still country. And, like, that one, I'm, like, it's been, like, a minute since I've, like, deep dived into, like, the meanings of the eras. So, like, I'm not gonna do a good job at that part, but...
Yeah.
But, like, Fearless has, like, of course, Fearless, 15, Love Story. Pretty Sure You Belong With Me is in there. A lot of hits in that one. And then Speak Now is next, which is very, like, fairy tale, like, stuff. I would say that 15, Fearless is... I always get those 2 songs mixed up because they're both right next to each other, like, same amount, and they both start with F of, like, letters, you know? And so, like, I'm just, like, 15 Fearless, or, like, just, like, literally the same.
Okay.
But, like, I feel like Fearless is, like, very, like, teenage dream core, like, being a teenager and, like, going to high school and all that stuff. Speak Now is very, like, young adult, like, fairy tale, like, thinking of, like, dreams, but, like, you're still in that, like, teenage mindset a little. These are all my opinions. Don't come for me. And then after Speak Now is Red, which is very more, like, strictly, like, young adult, like, you know, 22 era. Like, you're, like, now doing all the adult things and, like...
You're a hipster.
Oh, yeah, very hipster vibes.
I know that.
And Red is, like, the first album where, like, she wanted to lean into pop. And so, but, like, her people were like, no, we have to stay with country, and she was like, but I want to do pop. So like half of Red is like pop songs and half of it is country.
That's why it's so big.
Yeah, and so it's like very like crazy. Like that one is probably like the hardest album for non-Swifties to get into because it's so random feeling.
Yeah, you
and,
can't
like,
really
none
have
of
one
the
vibe.
songs really like flow together necessarily. Because like there's like you're listening to one song, it's like a freaking banjo, and then like the next song's like boom, chicka boom, 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 like dubstep, and you're like, whoa, this is not what was going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, very hipster feeling because that is just the
That's the
era
vibe.
it came out in.
Yeah.
So. And then after Red was I'm blanking. It actually might have been.
You're gonna get caught by the Swiftie police
Yeah.
if you're wrong.
Uh-oh.
You better
no,
be
like
careful.
I swear.
You should get one of those bracelets.
1989. Thank the goodness.
Thank the goodness. You should get one of those bracelets that are like that has like a friendship bracelet that has like each of the eras on it. Like the color that represents it in like the first letter of the title or something.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely like remember all of them. I was just like completely
No,
forgot
just
about
because
1989.
just because it's cute.
Then 1989, which is very like following the dreams, going out into the city, like making my big break kind of feel, and like doing crazy stuff, and and then Reputation, of course, is like comeback, like making that being like the bad guy, but like taking it and like throwing it back and like doing all this crazy stuff, and yeah, Reputation just speaks for itself, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then after Reputation is Lover, which was the first record that was away from the record label that was being bad to her. Do you remember all that, Laura?
Sorry, which one?
Lover.
Lover? Okay. I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah. So.
I thought that was more recent than Lover, but.
Yeah, I did too.
I just learned about it later.
But yeah, Lover was... I thought that whenever I first started learning about Swiftie lore, I thought that Reputation was mainly because of the record label.
Oh, yeah. Wrong.
Yeah. But then I was like, oh, it has nothing to do with the record label. Which is crazy. So then I'm still sometimes confused about the record label thing. Like, yeah, I still don't really understand it completely.
I just kind of heard that, like, she didn't really have as much power as she should, and, like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe something with money.
Oh, yeah. Something, fun fact, going way backwards, is a lot of people, like, in between Fearless and Speak Now, a lot of people were, like, saying, like, how, oh, she's just a 18-year-old girl, like, in the writing room, she probably, like, doesn't pull her weight, and, like, all the songs that she's, like, writing aren't, like, really fully her and, like, stuff. And so for Speak Now, she literally wrote the whole thing by herself. Like, she didn't have any help, like, 0%. And, like,
wow.
Like, all of the song credits of writing were only her.
Wow.
And it's because she was like, fine, they think that I'm not pulling my weight, I'm gonna write this whole album by myself then.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
She's a very... Haha, got you there.
Yeah. Taylor is very, like... Someone, like, accuses her of something, she proves them wrong.
Yeah.
Something happens to her, like, she, like, takes that and, like, she, like, freaking makes it her own. Like, she is very, like, she listens and she hears and she does.
Yeah. She likes to beat all the allegations.
But anyways, that was just a fun fact I thought was fun.
Cool.
But yeah, something about she wasn't gonna own her master recordings of all her albums for some reason. And she was like, what?
What?
And they were like, yeah, they're not gonna be yours or something like that. I don't know, it was weird. And she was like, okay. And they were like, you can, like, you still, like, obviously own, like the songs and, like, because, like, you wrote them and stuff. So, like, you could, like, re-record them and, like, do that. But, like, you won't own the albums. Like, you won't own the master records
Wow.
of your albums. And she was like, that's rude. And then she left that record label, found a new one that, like, does her good. And then that's why she started re-recording. And, like, everyone is... And that record label, which was, like, I think, like, Big Machine or something like that. Something Machine Records. Sold all of her albums to Scooter Braun. Don't know who that is. Don't know why he bought them. Don't know why
because
he...
nobody's going to listen to them anymore. So.
anything at all. But he bought them thinking, obviously, he was going to make bank because, like, this was before she started re-recording. He bought them for literally, like, $3-something million.
Wow, and he didn't make
And now
probably
he's,
none of it
like,
back.
Especially now that, like, most of those are out.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm sure he's regretting every decision in his life. Because
Because that sounds like a really good decision, because, like, you're buying Taylor Swift's music.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But that's actually really funny.
Yeah.
That's really sad for him, because I don't really know if, like, who they are, but that's still really funny.
Oh, yeah, no one likes them.
Okay, well, then it's not sad anymore.
Because, like, he bought Taylor Swift's records and, like, didn't, like, he's not letting her...
Well, I just didn't know what the rest of the intent was.
Yeah. He's definitely someone I literally don't know who he is other than he just bought her records. Very odd. I thought that Scooter Braun was the head of the record label.
But it's different.
But the record label sold the albums to him.
Maybe
so
that's
I literally just don't.
what happened. Instead of them saying that it's not yours, maybe they were like, oh, yeah.
No.
Selling it to you.
They sold...
And then
them.
he was like, it's not yours.
No, they sold the records after. They told her that she couldn't own them or something.
That's crazy.
Pretty positive. I don't
that's kind
know.
of just like a really bad business move, because did they not expect her to re-record or leave?
I don't think they
like,
truly, like, hated her. They weren't like...
Well, yeah.
They were like, I guess you could re-record.
No, that's what I'm saying, is like, that's a bad business move.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, you're going to be losing a big client, like...
Mm-hmm. Well. But, yeah, that was a big thing, because, like, even, like, celebrities stopped using that record label because of the way they treated Taylor.
Wow. I mean, yeah, they don't want it to happen to them.
Yeah. But anyways, then there's Lover, which is, like, now completely, like, Taylor's, like, that's her record, first thing. It's, like, of course, about, like, being in love and, like, all that stuff. And then after Lover comes Folklore, and that one is... Most of the songs on there, I'm pretty sure, are just... like folklore, like made up stories that like she just wrote. And this was during the pandemic.
You know, that makes so much sense. And that is crazy. I thought that was way older than 2020.
Yeah. Are there like booger crusts right here?
No.
Okay, that's good. Like there are, but like they're not visible, I guess.
They're not coming out. There are. They're there.
Anyways, but yeah, Folklore came out in like 2020 during the pandemic.
Every single new Taylor Swift song that I hear, I feel like I have heard it my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Like, it doesn't feel new. Because I'll be like, oh, what song is this? And then you're like, oh, it's from Tortured Poets Department. I'm like, what?
This song, literally, I heard it whenever I was 6.
Yeah, it's like, I've literally been hearing this. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And that's crazy. And that's not to say that all her songs sound the same, because I don't necessarily think that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think within albums they might sound very similar, but that's
Same
true with
with
any artist. But yeah, it's just like, it's really weird. Like, all of her songs, I just immediately, I feel like I've already heard them.
It just has that, like, nostalgic Taylor Swift vibe to it.
Yeah, I guess. Because, like...
It's like, I remember hearing
Yeah.
this in the back of my mom's minivan on the way to Wednesday night church whenever, like, my older cousin was, like, obsessed with Taylor Swift, and that we would only listen to this.
Yeah, I feel that every
In
time.
the year of 2012.
Yeah, I'm sure literally everybody can relate to that.
Yeah. Those are, like, my oldest memories of Taylor Swift. Is Kelsey and kind of Marcy. I think she mainly did it because she wanted to be a part of it. And my cousin Tegan were, like, really into, like, Taylor Swift. I think that was, like, when you were, like, supposed to be into Taylor Swift, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was, like, okay.
Whereas that was just
There's,
the
like,
culture.
ups and downs. Like,
Yeah.
people were like, yes, Taylor Swift, and then people were like, hate Taylor Swift, and then people were like, yes, Taylor Swift. People hate
Yeah,
Taylor
so
Swift.
everybody should just do whatever they want.
Yeah. But I think we're in that era now.
Yeah,
Everyone's, like, kind of chill, except for, like, the weird
mega haters.
Kansas City Chiefs fans, football fans who hate her because they're on her screen. They're on their screen.
She's on
their
screen.
screen.
Yeah.
Anyways. But yeah, that's just kind of, like, the earliest memory. I remember, like...
Sorry, I love how immediately serious that became. You were like, yeah, that's kind of like the earliest memory.
I was supposed to be serious. I was just, like, thinking.
I know, that's what makes it better.
Oh. I, like, remember... Even, like, before... I was, like, a Swiftie before... I was, like, feel like I was meant to be a Swiftie. Because,
Oh, yeah,
like,
it's in your blood.
my earliest memory of having, like, a favorite song, like, I don't know if I would title, like, I would be like this, like, back then, be like, this is my favorite song.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like it had to have been, because I would listen to it over and over again, only this song, which was I Knew You Were Trouble from Red, because my sister Kelsey had, like, the CD,
Mm-hmm.
and I would, like, play just that one song over and over, and I would, like, sit there in front of the CD player, just sitting there singing it, like, belting I Knew You Were Trouble, and I was, like, freaking 8,
You were so cute. It's crazy.
maybe 10,
That's so funny.
maybe 9.
Maybe it was yesterday.
But yeah, so, like, I was just like, it was fate that I had to be a Swiftie.
I don't know why I made that face at you. I 100% believe that you were meant to be a Swiftie. It was like you were birthed and then you were assigned that role.
Oh, wow.
Assigned Swiftie at birth.
Wow. Stamped it on my heart.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really think I have an earliest memory of, like, her songs, but, like, the first time that I, like, kind of acknowledged Taylor Swift, like, as a person I was at school, I believe it was 3rd grade, and I was, like, I had this book, and, well, it wasn't my book, I don't think, maybe it was from the library, and it was some kind of pop culture book, because it had a bunch of, like, movie stuff, like, on the, and song stuff on the cover, because Taylor Swift was on there. And at this time, a little bit of backstory to this story, I was super into H2O.
Yes.
And me and my sisters had this whole thing that we were actually mermaids, just like them, and that in our sleep, we would go and meet the Mako mermaids at Mako Island. Okay,
Wow.
That was, like, the whole lore. We had like, school for this and stuff in our bedroom. So anyway, I believed that I knew Ricky, and so on this book, I thought it was Ricky. Okay.
Oh.
Not Taylor Swift. And I was like, so I was telling my friend, and I was like, I know her. Okay. I didn't actually believe this, but I, for some reason, thought that still wanted to, like, I, like, really indulged in the fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like, I was just, like, really pretending like it was real, and I was like, I know her. And then my friend was like, yeah, everybody does. And then I was like, so confused, because I was like, what? You all go to see the Mako Mermaids in your dreams? And then I found out that that was Taylor Swift. And then I was like, oh, okay, got it.
That's so funny. Because I feel like that is so, like, real to think that they were the same person.
Yeah, because, like,
They
also,
both
it was
were
a really
blonde. They both had blue eyes. They both had curly hair.
Yeah, and it was a very small picture also. So, like, I didn't have, like, the most clearest view.
Yeah.
But I was ready to convince her that I had met the Mako Mermaids. Like, I was ready to, like, go into a debate. And then she was just like, yeah, I do too. I was, like, very taken aback.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, everyone does. I think we all sing.
Oh my gosh. Crazy. Childhood lore. We need to do an episode on that in season 3.
Nostalgia.
Just like, yeah, just a whole nostalgia episode.
Speaking of nostalgia, have you seen all the TikTok recaps on TikTok? Have you been on TikTok recently?
Yeah.
So, with the possibility of it getting banned, a lot of people have made TikTok recaps. And it's actually makes me so sad to see it go. Because I'm like, yeah, we had so much fun on here.
Oh, yeah.
And there's so many people are making their own outro videos. There's an outro song. I don't know how widely accepted it is as the outro song, but I've seen a few people talk about it on my For You page. There's people somebody made a POV if TikTok was a Disney Channel show, and it was the last episode. And they're like, yeah, we did, like, it all started with the Renegade, and it was like super cheesy like that, and they were like saying like goodbye, and then like the closing the door at the end, like super dramatic moving houses thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it always ended like that.
Yeah, it
That's
always
so
ended with them
weird.
moving, so they could say goodbye to the set. So sad.
Uh-huh. There are some Disney Channel goodbyes that like really get me.
Oh yeah, and there's so many like edits of like the highlights, like the best trends, and then I'm getting reminded of all my favorite parts, and I'm like, yes, I used to quote those every day.
Yeah.
Like the, wow, you're crazy.
Oh yeah.
Crazy girl.
Crazy girl.
We used to quote that literally as often as we could.
Yeah, it was wild.
And I don't, that wasn't like even the most popular thing on TikTok, like ever, but that was like, that went triple platinum in our household. And it's just like making me emotional. Not because, yeah, you know, just because of the time that we had together.
It's an end of an era.
Yeah. And you know what's I keep thinking about is if it doesn't get banned, that's kind of embarrassing.
Because, a little bit.
Because of just how dramatic everyone's being about it, which I'm not blaming them for being dramatic. I'm just saying
and it's going to be a
be
crazy thing if it doesn't get banned. Everyone's going to be like, so anyways, back to the regular.
It'll be really funny because they'll be like, well, that was fun.
Yeah. Because we're all just going to acknowledge that we all were just so dramatic and like bawling for like 2 weeks straight. And then we're all going to be like, so anyways.
I saw somebody even recorded them scrolling through their For You page on a VHS tape. Like, they recorded it to a VHS tape, because then they were like, gotta, preservation is what all it said on the screen, preservation. And it was just a video of them putting in a VHS tape, and on their old box TV was just scrolling through TikTok.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? And they were like, wow, we've come full circle in the weirdest way. And they were like, gotta keep it real.
Yeah.
Which, that's just so...
Do you believe that it's going to get banned?
You know, I don't know if it's denial or not, but I really just kind of feel like it's not going to. I feel like it's going to stay. But a part of me also feels like I'm just...
Hoping. Faith. Trust.
And a little bit of pixie dust. I just feel like it could stay. Like
there's definitely
there's some hope.
like last chance possibility for this last week.
Yeah. But if not, we really had a good run.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still there for like the Europeans and stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna be like
I'm so sorry.
those like two eyeballs in the mouth.
I've seen a video. I saw one video. It was like what the British are going to talk about once we're gone. And it was like, oh, yes. Now that those Americans are gone, and we can talk about what we want. And then it was like, beans on toast is delicious. It was like...
I think it will get banned.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it could come back.
That's what some people are saying, that it could come back later.
Like, I think we'll, like, have a TikTok... Like, we'll have, like, a TikTok-less year. 2025 is just going to be, like, a year with no TikTok, and then, like, 2026 is just going to come back randomly. Like, it's just going to be, like...
In the App Store
it's not
available.
Yeah, it's not going to be, like, a big, like... The government's like, all right, like, we're giving it back to you. Like, it's just going to be, like, a very secret... Like, they're going to be like, okay, we're going to put it back on there. And then, like, all of a sudden, people on, like, wherever we are now, like, YouTube, they're going to be, like, making a video where, like, guys... I just got on the app, and TikTok's on the App Store. Run to the App Store, don't walk. Like, it's going to be, like, so...
Run to the App Store!
So crazy, like, 2015 YouTube.
Oh my gosh, you know what I just realized?
What?
Okay, because I was just thinking that me, and definitely a lot of other people, I'm not going to go download another app to replace TikTok.
No way.
I'm going to take this opportunity to...
Detox.
Yes. I am not saying that I'm going to stay off of Instagram Reels, though, but I've already been on it. It's not like I'm going to that. But what I was just thinking about just now is lore is going to go on without us. There's going to be, like, new slang that we've never heard before.
But it won't be in our country.
No, but people are going... No. But people are downloading other apps.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to be...
You really think people are going to do that?
Yes, people already have downloaded Red Note. And...
Well, they're just going to be freaking weirdo losers.
I've seen a lot of videos of people talking about Red Note, and, like, everybody's... like, that's the one that they've all, like, agreed on. At least on my side of TikTok. What I think is going to happen is nobody's going to agree on anything, and then they're just... Which is fine. Because we're not a hive mind.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to agree on anything. We're all going to be on separate platforms, and nothing like TikTok is ever going to happen again. Like, nothing like that. Where it's a global one app come together. We're all going to... There's going to be separate apps. There's going to be separate lore. Separate slang. It's going to
become very divided.
Yeah, but not like in a...
Not in a, like, a bad way where we're all against each other. Just, like, very divided in, like,
just kind of in the way that Facebook and Instagram have different vibes from each other. Like, you can't really go on Facebook and say this and do the same things that you do on Instagram.
Yeah,
like, it's very separate. And I think that it's going to be that way.
Yeah.
So, join whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
I'm kind of hoping that this TikTok ban takes place and that YouTube has a comeback. Because I, like, really like YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I love YouTube. And I really hope that a lot of creators... Honestly, like, a lot of people are like, go follow the creators on their other apps. Like, where are we going? Like, you have to go figure out where they're going.
Go follow them on literally everything ever. And because we're going to have all 17 apps.
Because I'm going to be so honest. I don't think there's a creator on TikTok that, like, I'm going to, like, miss. Like, I feel like most of them, like, I'm following them just, like, you know, because, like, it's fun. Like, I like their content and stuff. But, like, I don't think, like, if they just, like, vanished from my life, I would be like, where'd they go? You know, like, it's not gonna, like, ruin my daily life.
Yeah, so I don't follow anyone on TikTok that's different from the people that I follow on other apps.
Like,
so
kind of.
So
like, I follow
still gonna
the people I truly, like on Instagram.
The people that I really cared about what they had to say. I followed them on. other apps.
But I did that like way before. Like it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
like just
Yeah.
oh no, I'm gonna like lose their content. I'm gonna
Yeah,
need
I've
to
just
go follow them. It's
always
just like
been like
I've
that.
already been following them.
But also, I don't follow, like, strictly TikTokers. I never have. Like, I've never been, which is actually, that's interesting. Because, like, whenever I'm scrolling through and I'm like, oh, that's a funny video, or like, oh, I like their videos, I'm just like, okay, well, I hope I see another one later.
Yeah.
I don't follow them.
Interesting.
Do you do that?
Well, only if it's like a truly like I don't know. I think we have very different TikTok ways about.
Oh, yeah, we have, it's so different.
Because like I, of course, get fed things that like the algorithm thinks I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so then I'm not. I don't know how to.
Yeah, so
explain
it's like my For You page is already specifically tailored to me.
Yeah.
So I don't have to make another one, which is my following page. So like I don't have to choose what I want to watch because it's already choosing it for me and I'm loving it. Like
Yeah.
I don't, that's actually cracked it. It's like makes sense why it's like why I do that. Like so like I literally don't need to follow anybody because I will see their video, another one of their videos 20 scrolls down.
I follow people that I just like absolutely just like loved the vibe of. I watched like a few, like I went to their account because I like liked this certain video or like something like that. I feel like most of the people I follow are people that I was already a fan of.
Mm-hmm. That you like when you got the app, you're like, oh, I'm gonna follow this person, this person, this person, and then no one else ever again.
Like I found a few like new people. Like I feel like the one that comes to my mind most whenever I think, which I don't even like really watch her content like religiously or that much. It's just like whenever I think of someone I follow on TikTok, I think of her. Is Kirby Johnson. I just
I
like
love her.
I don't know. I watch all her video, not like every single one, but like if I see it, like I'll watch it and like I follow her and like all that stuff. But like I don't know. I don't think there's any like people I follow on TikTok that I'm just like obsessed with.
Yeah.
And like I'm just like this is my TikToker, like this is the person I follow, and like I have to watch every single video like the second it like there's nothing like that for me on TikTok.
I used to be that way. Back when TikTok was embarrassing to have, I had it then. Which is actually so crazy that TikTok used to be embarrassing. People used to make fun of you for having it, and now people are fighting to keep it around.
Oh yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's poetic. But I remember like literally sitting at the studio like on TikTok, and then people would be like, what do you want? And I'm like, TikTok, and they're like, oh, that's embarrassing. And then like literally a year later, or like not even a year, like sometime later, they would be like making TikTok dances, and I'm like,
Yeah.
interesting.
After you got like bullied into deleting the app.
Yeah, real. I did delete it.
That's why I said it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You deleted it, and then everyone else got it.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, I'm getting it back. I wish I never got bullied off.
I didn't get TikTok for a long time because I thought it was just pointless and like another. I don't know. It takes me a bit to get another like social media app.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a commitment.
Yeah.
Well, it is actually, because whether you want it to be or not, you get pulled in. And also you have to create a profile and stuff, which is not hard.
Profiles
but
are literally my favorite.
I don't like making profiles because I don't like, because that's like how people are going to view you.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah, and so it's just a lot of pressure. I hate making bios. Bios
those are awful.
the
I'd never make
worst.
one.
Because like usually I'll just like put like some emojis and then like a quote, because like I'm not gonna be like, so I am a student who works at the store and stuff like that. Like I'm not gonna like do that.
Weird.
Nobody uses a bio for like what you're supposed to use a bio for, except for like their name, age, and like some random fact about them that made them famous. They're like, yeah, I'm Fish Girl.
Oh my gosh. Fish girl.
Crazy. We're gonna have to rely on, I mean, I kind of already did this, rely on YouTubers for just like all the updates.
Yeah.
on
I'm
the
excited
Earth.
to have like YouTube back.
I never thought that it left.
A lot of people just like no one just stopped watching YouTube videos, but like because of TikTok, being like a YouTuber or being a TikToker, you're a TikToker.
Yeah, I mean, it's way easier.
Like YouTubers are now just the same YouTubers as they were when TikTok started. Like there aren't any like new YouTubers, but there's constantly new TikTokers, you know?
Mm-hmm. I see.
Like no one was like, "Oh, I'm going to be a content creator, let's go to YouTube."
Mm-hmm.
They just immediately just went to TikTok. And
I
so
see.
like YouTube basically in my eyes has just stayed the same. Like it was like frozen in time, even though there was new content from all these people, but like it stayed as it was as TikTok grew.
Yeah. You know, if TikTok wasn't getting banned only in the US, like if it was getting banned worldwide, first of all, crazy.
Yeah,
But
I would be like,
I
what's
wish
going on?
that it would be able to, at the very least, stay. Like, no, like you can't upload anything, but you can still keep it and look at, like, the profiles and the videos that you posted.
Oh, yes. I see.
And, like, your saved videos. Because, like, something that actually made me sad. Somebody said, what is gonna happen? Well, oh, never mind. I'm still gonna say it, but then I just remembered TikTok is not deleted from the face of the earth. Like, people
Mhm.
are still gonna be on it.
Yeah.
But this one person said, like, what about all those accounts that are memorial accounts? Because they're like, the users who created the accounts and posted on them have since passed away, and their accounts are still up, and like people still follow them and stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, what about those? Like, what's gonna happen to those? And I just was like,
there's nowhere else for them to go.
yeah. But like, they're still gonna be there.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of Americans
Forget
that America is not the world,
right.
which I'm sure other countries do the same,
Mm-hmm.
but not as much as us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to us, it is our world. Like,
Yeah, that's why I say
Yeah.
a lot of other countries, I'm sure, are also just like their country is the world to them.
Mhm.
But like, I think that we do it more. I think we're more dramatic about it being the earth.
The worth? I was going to say the world and you said earth and it confused me. Yeah, the world.
Yeah.
Charades.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, do you want to go first or me?
Going first as in...
Do you want to direct first? Let's
I
make
would
them all
need-
sitting down.
Yeah. I need to think.
Me too. Yeah, let's take a moment to think. Can I do something that's kind of abstract?
I guess, if you think I'll guess it.
No.
Okay. I have one for you.
Oh, I have one for you too. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So here's the first direction.
Okay.
So take, I don't know, I guess your right hand and lift it up to your mouth. I didn't say touch your mouth.
Okay.
Now, enclose your fingers. Yeah. And then get like, bend your elbow just a little more. Okay, a little further back. And then from like left to right, move your arm.
Am I eating something?
No.
Am I brushing my teeth?
Okay, now pucker your lips a little.
Oh, am I putting on lipstick or
Yeah.
chapstick?
Yeah.
That's good. That was good. Okay, now pucker your lips a little.
Oh, I was like, I thought that was the start of my.
Okay, put your leg down. It's in the way. Okay, so now put your hands out in front of you as if you're resting them on a table. Okay, good. Oh, wait, only one of those. Put your right hand on, cover your ear.
My DJ.
Yes! Dang it, I made it too obvious. You're good at this game.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I have
this
another
is-
one.
Me too.
Okay.
Okay. This is gonna be like a whole scene.
Is this okay?
Kind of.
Okay.
It's still an action of doing something, but
Okay.
so put both your hands out in front of you. Rotate them inwards towards each other, palms facing each other. A little further out from each other. No. Yeah. And then put all your fingers like together. And then put your fingers on your thumbs. Okay. Don't do that. Put them back. Put the tips of your fingers on the middle of your thumb. Yes. And now bring your arms out further. And then lower. And then open your fingers. Stop going lower. Oh my gosh.
I'm not.
You literally were like,
Oh, that was an accident.
so get up where you were. And then open up your fingers. And then with your right hand, move a little to the right. Right. Stop. Oh my gosh, I
didn't
said
know
a little bit to the right.
Okay. I thought you were going to tell me
I
to
didn't
stop.
realize I had to tell you everything.
So, oh, goodness.
Now raise it up a little bit. You're right. And then, okay, a little bit.
I don't know how much a little bit is.
And then turn palm facing down. And then move your arm out a little. I mean back towards, and then out towards me. And then put your fingers back together. And then lift your whole arm up. Slightly. And then move the whole arm in that position to the left. Not that far left. And then lower it. And then let your fingers go. And
Am I like am I a claw
and then
machine?
put your arms down. And that's the whole thing.
Was I going shopping?
Now do the whole motion I just gave you.
Okay. Is this part of it?
I told you to do it.
Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
Am I moving something down when I do this?
Not really.
Why am I doing this for? Is this a separate action from... I'm picking something up and I'm putting something down.
Kind of. Yes.
So, but I am picking... Am I picking something up and putting it down?
Not that far down. Remember, you're right here.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. go back to where your hand was right here, about to pick something up. Turn it palm facing up this time. But grab it...
Like this?
Hold on. With just your pointer and thumb, but kind of tilt your palm that way. But like as if it was right here. And then lift. Not that hard. Lift a little. Move to the left. Lower.
Why are you so intricate? Can I have like a ballpark?
I mean, it's not really like it's a like a specific thing. If you get it, you get it.
I don't know if I can get this.
Okay, let's do what happened before this. With your left arm, put it all the way to the ground. Well, not to the ground, but like really low. With your fingers, put them together. Like how you did before. Well, don't act like it's a secret what you're doing.
I'm not. My hand's down.
You're like...
My hand is down.
Act like your arm's doing something. Now, put it a little further, like your fingers more, not like that. Like further out. Yeah. And then...
Like this?
No. And then bring that up. And then with your right hand, make your fingers the way they are there. But then okay, open them like from there. And then close them. A little further more out there. And then move your arm. No. And then move your arm, your right arm, out to the right. And then bring that arm down where it was. And then release your fingers. Bring your hand back up. Grab your fingers back together. And then do the motions that were earlier.
That makes it worse.
Oh.
'Cause...
Yes, that is literally it. Yeah, that is... You guys cannot tell me that is not exactly what happens. You just did literally if charades was in real. That's what you would do.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, well, once you put that thing down, like the last step, do a little jig.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm grabbing it from down here. I'm bringing it up here, and then I'm grabbing it, and I'm pulling it, and then I'm pulling it down, stretching it. I'm letting go, and I'm coming back up here, and I'm putting it down, and then I'm grabbing something from over here and putting it
Okay, something
in
I
there.
could do, so you just...
Am I pulling out, like, saran wrap? Or something like that? I'm pulling something out.
So go back to the very first action of the first thing. Yeah. But instead, before you place it down, get in that position. Now turn, as you're placing it down, turn your wrists to where your nails are downward. No. Yeah. As you're putting it down. And you place it like that.
So that's okay, so that's this.
Mm-hmm. 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 Identical.
Is putting my hands down at the end part of it?
No. But I did say do a jig.
Oh, yeah. What in the world?
This is crazy.
Are you making me just go crazy?
No. Do you want me to do it?
I know! It's putting on a record.
Yes!
Oh my gosh!
You grab the record, take it out of his sleeve, you
Put it
grab the
down.
record, put it down, and move the needle.
Oh.
That was a really good one.
Okay, you did it good. That was good, okay?
Thank you.
That was so hard. Editing that is going to be fun. That was difficult.
That was the best one we've done ever.
I don't even remember what my idea was for you.
Oh no.
That was so
Think
long
of an
ago.
intricate one like I did.
Yeah, you deserve it. Okay. I have to think of an intricate one that's not going to be just like obvious.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So take your hands out in front of you like you're holding two separate things. Okay. Now, kind of bring your left hand. You good?
It's a little cold.
Bring your left hand into your right hand, and then rotate your wrist toward. No. Like, no. Yeah, there we go. Okay, kind of like higher. There you go. Okay. Now, move your left hand to the left, and then like turn your hand back. It's fine. Put it down, and release your grip. Okay. Now put that hand on top of your right hand. And go up and down like fast. Okay, now stop. Now grab your left hand. Don't grab your left hand. Take your left hand and grab that thing that grab the thing that you just put down. And this is horrible. Can we gotta restart? Can we backtrack? I think I messed up.
Okay.
So back. Do you kind of have an idea of what you're doing? Okay.
Well, I would just assume I was like pouring something into a glass, but then I don't know why I'm shaking.
Okay, so do that first motion up until the shake. Okay. Good. And do the shake. And go. Okay. Now, with your left hand, reach it out in front of you and pinch your two fingers together, your finger and your thumb pointer, and then bring it over and put it on your right hand and release. Okay. And grab one more. Okay, take your left hand and then reach it out to the left and pinch something. Bring it back to your right hand and make a circular motion. Good. Now be done and bring your left hand and put that thing back where you got it. Release it. Good. Now with your right hand, reach it out forward and let go.
What? Is it me making hot chocolate?
That's actually really funny. It's
Should I
very
throw it
similar.
away?
It's very similar.
Me
But-
making coffee?
No, it's not you. You are somebody else.
Someone else
Not a specific. No.
So people throw this away.
You're not throwing it away. Okay? Just imagine the table is just really long. And you're just...
But I reach out and drop it.
You don't reach out and drop it because you're... Okay. Better thing. You're holding it. Slide it forward. And let go.
Am I just a bartender?
Yeah. You're making a drink. Yeah. You're sliding it forward and getting it to the customer.
Because I don't like hot drinks, so like I'd make like hot chocolate and then throw it in the trash.
That's actually... pretend that's it.
Oh.
That's way funnier. No, you were like making it like a martini. You're like...
Oh yeah,
I don't
why
know.
would I have shaken now?
Yeah, I don't know how you make a martini. I was just kind of pretending. And then those were like ice, I think, and then you're stirring it.
Okay.
I don't know what you were putting in there.
Yeah.
It's just stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good game.
Good game.
Good game. Okay. Thank you for that. The erase.
But anyways, so sorry about that crazy derailing of the train. It has rolled down the place, and now we're landed on the train down the hill. Train tracks.
Another track.
Going on from Folklore. Then, like 5 months later, Evermore, which is a sister album to Folklore.
Okay.
Like a continuation. Which is also like, you know, very like creative storytelling kind of thing and like stuff. And then after Evermore, then she started releasing the re-recordings, starting with Fearless, and then she did Red, and then everyone thought that she was gonna, you know, continue just completely release all the rest of them, but then she bamboozled everyone like she does and released Midnights, and then she did, after Midnights, she did Speak Now in the 1989, which were announced at the Eras tour. And then bamboozled everyone again with the Torture Poets Department.
Right, people thought it was going to be like Reputation, and then she was like, haha, new album.
Yeah, 2 new albums.
Yeah, true.
And so, following the pattern, there was 2 re-releases, album, 2 re-releases, album. So that means 2 more re-releases and maybe another album.
But is that the last?
But then
it?
that would be the last 2 re-recordings.
Right. You know what I think? I think that she's not gonna... Has she announced that she's gonna do all of them? Or is it just kind of
It's
widely
just
assumed?
Given.
Okay. I feel like she's not gonna redo Debut.
Really?
Yeah, because that was her first. And I feel like she's just gonna let it... I feel like if it was me... Well, I don't know all the, like, legal things, money-wise, all that stuff. But I feel like... As a fan, at least... an ignorant fan... I would want to listen to the original Debut, only because it was her very first, and it was... You know, she was so young.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, just kind of, like, want it to be immortalized.
Yeah.
Like that. And obviously if she re-releases it as her version, I would listen to those. And I would understand why she would do that.
Mm-hmm. I've thought of that too, because I feel like Debut gets so, like, nothing. Like, it didn't have a set in the Eras tour. She only, like, during, like, the middle part where, like, she, like, what would she call it? Secret songs? I don't know, acoustic set, and there were also secret songs or something like that. That's the only time she would ever sometimes sing from Debut. But, like, it didn't have its own set like every single other...
That's weird.
...era did.
Maybe because she's saying that she's not gonna redo it.
Yeah, maybe.
Because she drops hints always.
Yeah. Which no Swiftie has ever even thought of that.
Oh.
They're all like, oh yeah, she's doing all of them.
I just feel like I mean, I'm just like a nostalgic person. So like I would want to keep that one only because it was her first and she was like 16.
Mm-hmm. Which that like makes sense. Like I feel like she would be like, I'm not going to touch that one. It's like my first one and like it's going to be there forever and stuff. Which like makes perfect sense to me. Like I wouldn't be like, no, redo it.
So like, everyone who wants to listen to Debut, pretend she doesn't redo it, potentially lose it forever. Everyone who wants to listen to that needs to just buy a physical copy of it. That way, every time they listen
no
to
more
it,
streams.
it doesn't give them more money.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just kind of adds to the nostalgia. Just
Yeah.
buy a CD.
Yeah, I'm sure if she told everyone to do that, they would.
Yeah. Or if she was like, hey guys, everybody illegally download it.
They'd be like, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, I definitely at least believe that Reputation's going to be next, even if she does or doesn't do a debut. Because, like, I feel like if she does debut, I feel like it has to be the last one.
Yeah, grand finale.
Because with the way she was starting the re-recordings, like, why wouldn't she have started with debut if it wasn't going to be the last one? Because she started with the second album.
Yeah, which is why I think she's not going to do it. Or the last one, yeah.
Like, she went Fearless, Red,
Because she's going out of
Speak
order.
Now, 1989. So that means...
That would mean debut.
Reputation.
With that pattern.
Yeah.
But if Reputation is next, then debut is never coming out.
Maybe.
By that logic.
can
By
do
that
whatever she
logic.
wants.
Yeah, she can do whatever she wants. Who cares? She drops hints and then changes her mind.
Yeah.
Who cares? She can do whatever. It's
I
her
feel
stuff.
like this heater isn't working.
Yeah, it never does.
But now that we've gotten all the albums and stuff, what do you think you're like... Everyone, like, in the Swiftie realm, like, kind of, like, has, like, their default era. And then, like, they can be in, like, new eras when they, like, feel come along, like, what their, like, life is.
Can I just say whatever I want?
They do.
Because like,
Swifties literally make stuff up all the time.
Because I don't really, like, know. Like, I'm not, like, deep into the lore enough to analyze it
Usually,
like that.
See, I don't know how everyone categorizes themselves into the eras.
Mm-hmm.
The way I do it is, like, obviously, like, the vibe that I think that it gives, and also the songs. Like, which songs do I relate to the most right now? And then I think of which songs, those songs are, like, in the album, and then I'm like, okay, then maybe I can kind of, like, relate to that right now in my life. But, like, with the default... I feel like that one, just, I don't know, like, what does your, like,
Which one
aura
did you
give?
say that she wrote all by herself 100%?
Speak Now
Okay, that one. I choose
as
that
your
one.
default?
Yeah, I choose that one.
Okay. I can see that.
What is it?
Speak Now?
No. About.
Oh, that one's like the fairy tale, like, still kind of like in the teenage
Oh, yeah, that one. Okay.
era that has Speak Now, of course, in it. Back to December.
Okay, wait, I changed my mind. Let's do
Enchanted.
Fearless.
Fearless.
Yeah, right now at least.
So do you want to say your default is Speak Now, but like Fearless is your
Sure.
era right now, or do you want
Yeah.
Fearless to be your default? Because Fearless has Fearless, 15, Love Story, You Belong With Me, White Horse.
Ugh. I don't know. When you start naming the songs, then I'm like, oh, I'm wrong.
You don't relate to any of them?
No, it's because I have to, like, yeah. And no, it's because it makes my decision more, like, in depth and, like, I have reasons.
It can be as in-depth as you want it to be.
But I don't have reasons. I just kind of just chose it.
Do you like that album?
I think so, yeah.
You think?
Listen, I don't remember all the songs that are there.
I don't know. I feel like one of those two is definitely your default era.
Okay, so I knew it.
There's always like kind of like three that I can like see for certain people. Like usually like it gets up to three at least. That I'm like, there's just like one of these three is definitely it. Like for you, I feel like it's Fearless, Speak Now, or Reputation.
Okay, how about I tell you how I feel and then you pick one?
Okay.
So, right now, I'm in my rising star era.
Okay.
I am going to work really hard,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, and make my way to the top. I've been watching and listening to a lot of things that have been motivating me
Mm-hmm.
a lot. Well, they've been making me like sad and jealous, and then I use that as motivation.
Sad and jealous motivation.
Okay, if that. Oh shoot. Okay. Things such as Hamilton
Mm-hmm.
really motivates me because he's started at nothing and then literally started like America, so,
Yeah.
or the bank or whatever he did actually, but Hamilton. Pearl, X, and Maxine,
Mm-hmm.
very much like, I mean, she did it. That was her dream. She was like, well, not Pearl, but X and Maxine.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I want to be famous. I'm gonna be famous, and then she like did it, and then I'm just like, yes, like I need that.
Yeah.
Not like, yes, I need that. And just like, Taylor Swift, just as a person, any celebrity as a person.
Real.
But
'Cause
like, I know Taylor
everyone
Swift's
started
story.
out as a baby coming out of their coocha. So like, and then they freaking rose.
They freaking rose. Yeah, like that. And just like just like stuff like that has been like really motivating me right now.
Okay.
And I'm just like thinking, it just gives me hope.
Yeah.
And then like I'm gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen.
So that then makes me think of 3 right off the bat,
Right.
which one is Reputation,
Okay.
the other one is Midnights, and the
Okay.
third is the Torture Poets Department.
Okay. Those are good.
Those 3, I think, have that vibe of like rising from the ashes kind of feel,
Mm-hmm.
and like doing things like, this is like how I'm gonna do this, like I'm gonna like, I don't know what you just said.
Yeah. And I know that that's only gonna happen if I freaking work hard. So, and I know it's all up to me, and I just need to make it happen.
Yeah, like On Your Own, Kid.
Mm.
That song is very like the song that I was just like, that is literally what you're saying right now.
Wow, I gotta listen to that and then pump the jams.
Yeah, it's like gives off like sounding kind of like a sad song, because like you're on your own, kid,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still a very like
Empowering.
Yeah, it's kind of like empowering, because like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, yes, you have like family, you have friends, you have all the support, but really it is up to you. Like, you're on your own, kid.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. I don't want to eat my words in a few years, but I'm gonna make it.
Yeah,
The only one that can stop me is me.
exactly. Period. See, I hate saying my default, only because since I've become a Swiftie, my default has always been like the newest album.
Okay, who cares?
But like Midnights and the Torture Poets Department, I feel like those 2. And then I've had people tell me that 1989 have been like my kind of like default feel vibe.
I can see that from the very little knowledge I have.
Yeah. So those 3 are kind of like the ones I'm always battling between, of like, which one am I?
Which one am I?
But I think the one I am like right now, I think it's the Torture Poets Department. Because like, the Torture Poets Department is full of, well, maybe I am Midnights. I don't know. I literally couldn't even tell you. Because I feel like the same vibes as you right now. Like, I
Okay.
want to rise.
Hey, we're gonna make this happen.
Like, I want to rise. I want to become someone. I want to leave my mark on this world, and I want people to know my name.
Yes. Yes.
And I lie awake at night, and I think of that. So I think I'm in my midnight
We're
era.
in the same era. That, like, never happens.
Yeah.
We're never in a motivational era together.
Yeah, we're, like, aligning.
Ah!
The stars
Yes!
are aligning for us.
Yes.
I think,
We have to use this.
let's say both of our eras right now is midnights.
Okay.
I feel like we're in our midnights era.
We have to use this. We can't let this go.
No. I've been not letting it go.
Good.
Have
you been writing?
I've been writing-ish in
Okay.
ways.
Okay.
Not necessarily, like, literally, like, typing away, but, like, I've been, like, brainstorming and, like, putting things into notes.
That's
and,
good.
like,
You know
there
what we
are
should
a lot of projects in the works for me right now, I feel like.
Yeah. I feel like you always have a million projects going on.
True.
We should go on a creative trip.
Mm.
Like, we just, like, go somewhere and, like, just get inspiration.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah. They do that in Monster High. They go to New York. They go to Boo York.
Boo York, Boo York.
Yeah. So that she can get inspiration for her new music. Or I
Mhm.
think Claudine might be getting inspiration for her new outfits.
You know
but
what's
there is
crazy?
music. Like, I think they did it together. What?
And, like, obviously, like, I've heard of this, like, my whole life of people, like, families doing this for their kids, but, like, it's just, like, kind of crazy to think about,
Mm-hmm.
is, Taylor, like, grew up and lived in Pennsylvania,
Okay.
but when she was 13, her whole family, like, packed up and left and moved to Nashville just for her.
What? She was
At
like, let's go to...
13.
She was like, let's go to Tennessee, and then they were
She
like,
was
yeah.
like, I really feel like where I can, like, make my big dreams is in Nashville. And then her family was like, okay. And they packed up and frickin' moved to Nashville for her to follow her dreams.
That was a good investment.
Yeah. It was a good investment on their part. She also has a brother named Austin, who's 2 or 3 years younger than her.
That's crazy that I did not know that.
Yeah, and her parents are divorced, but, like, they're still, like, really good friends.
That's good.
So, like, they're still, like, a strong family together.
Mm-hmm. That's always nice to hear.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
See, I want, if anything like that ever happens to me in that area, because that's not going to happen, but, like, if something like that ever happened to me, like, I would really, really, like, I mean, you gotta really follow through at that point.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You, like, for your family to, like, pack up and leave
Mhm.
with you and for you,
Mm-hmm.
you have to make it work.
You gotta keep going.
Yeah. Like, and at 13,
Mhm.
I think that was the craziest part. Is like, because, like, I would believe it,
Yeah.
like, if, like, maybe, like, she was, like, 17, 18, and they were,
Mhm.
like, after, like, her whole high school life being like, can we please, like, move down there or something?
Mhm.
And they were like, okay, like, we can, like, work something out now. But, like,
Yeah.
she was 13, like, she just started high school or wasn't even in high school yet,
Mm-hmm.
and they were all moved to Nashville.
Yeah, and that's so young to, like, know what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, crazy.
But she did, like,
she knew what she wanted, and she freaking got there
yeah.
in just 3 years since moving to Nashville. But yeah, this was good
3
This-
years.
because I really feel like I feel like another place is calling me. I feel like my dreams and goals and, like, the way I live my life, I feel like it's like I will always call this home.
Mhm.
And, like, I will never, like, just be like, no, I don't belong here. It's trash and garbage.
Mhm.
Like, this is my home. But, like, I feel like my whole life somewhere else has always been calling to me. Like, I've always felt like whenever I thought to my future, I was like, it was never, like, here.
Mm. Yeah. That's true. We're gonna go somewhere.
We're gonna make it big. Like Taylor Swift.
Yes. And you know what? Even if that's, like, ends up in a, like, aged, like, horribly compilation that we made because
Yeah, I was like, well, that Marcy made.
it doesn't matter as long as
we're still working on it.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as
too late.
yeah.
Also,
We could be freaking 87 in 2089.
7.
I don't really know the math.
I think if we were 87, it'd be 2092.
If I was 87.
Because, no, just take the year and then
I know.
add
That's what
4.
I'm doing. 87, 8, 9, 90. So 80, 91.
20.
Right?
91.
80. I hope not. Oh my gosh. That would be awful. I would be like literally just like a freaking like a little speck inside a tube. Someone is for some reason like my ancestor is like preserving me for whatever reason. And it's only because I'm like, please, I can still make it. I can still do it. And I'm just like a little like floating thing in like this weird tube. And they're like, okay.
Okay.
Somehow I'm not famous from that.
No, but by then you are. That's how you made it.
Oh. Yeah.
Because even then, you can still do it.
Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, this was a good episode, and I feel like this is a good note to leave off on because we're in our Midnight's era. We're rising to our freaking highest potential. We're gonna skyrocket into the next things. You're gonna see more of us and more of us and more of us.
Yeah.
Be ready.
Lock
'Cause
in.
You're gonna know our names.
That's crazy.
So yeah, thank you so much for watching, listening, or doing whatever. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, we will. Coach.
What?
I say "but" and you say "ch."
Oh.
But
I'm gonna go pretend to stop this and we'll do this segment.